if you like butter on steak, and I don't know what person doesn't, this is the way to do it because it makes your own steak sauce. Put my butter and pats on bottom, season it, and set my hot steak right off the grill on it and let it rest. Because you're going to get some juices that come out of that steak as it's sitting, it's inevitable. And then it's mixing with the butter, and it's getting all the flavor that you seasoned it, plus the flavor of the grill that's on the bottom part of that steak. And if you notice, it just makes a big old butter puddle. You got like this little pond of butter.
And meat juices.
Yeah, meat juices. So you got an option there. You can pour it up in a little bowl for dipping, or you can, once you get your steak all cut up, you can drizzle it all over it in your plate. However you want to do it. You can put the steak back in that plate, which would be perfectly acceptable to me. But resting it over that butter is the key.
Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcolm and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right podcast. I'm your host, Malcolm Reed, joined by my lovely, talented wife, Miss Southern Shell, sitting across from him. We got Tyler over here on my left on the board. What's happening, folks?
Nothing.
Not much, just another week.
Another hot week. You know, we got spoiled last week. It got cool.
I know.
And then
I got excited.
I know. You broke out the fall clothes. You got your hoodie on today. I don't know how. It's 97 degrees outside.
Y'all have it about 32 degrees.
I'm trying not to render. I am trying not to render. Feel like I've been setting them off. It's like the hottest one. I got my little fan on.
This one. I got my heater on in mine.
That's why my office is hot. It's pulling all your heat over in that wall.
And
it's a little hot. It's a little hot to be running a heater, Shell, and have sleeves on.
And I think that like something about this podcast room, it is the coldest room in this whole office.
Keeps all this electronics cool.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I did see somebody was talking about lizard. They take lizard time because people keep it so cold in their office. They have to just go outside and sit in the sun.
That's what you need, a hot rock to sit on.
I'd love it.
I can't stay.
Maybe that's what I want for Christmas. I want a heat seater for my...
Maybe. They do make heated seats. Well, I know
for my office chair?
Yeah. You can buy you one of those and just plug it in the wall and sit there and be toasty. Have a little hot butt. God, that'd be miserable.
Sounds so good. Well, this week you did a tomahawk on a pellet grill.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever done that all the way. Because, you know, I've done reverse seared and used the pellet grill for the first half and then seared it over coals or whatever. I wanted to see what it would taste like if you just cooked it the whole way on the pellet grill. Because some people, you know, that's all they got. It's a pellet grill. So was it worth eating? And, I mean, I was strolling through Walmart and I showed you. I said, look at these tomahawks Walmart has. And I grabbed one. I mean, it's a decent-looking tomahawk. It wasn't very marbled. I ain't saying it's the best cut of meat you can buy because by far it's not. If you watch the video, you can tell it was a little tight, you know, the texture of it. I had to bite it.
It's a little lean.
But, yeah, and it doesn't have, it just doesn't have a ton of marble. It's a good steak. I mean, is the best tomahawk I ever bought? No, by any means. But a Walmart tomahawk is pretty daggum good.
That particular steak wasn't, I mean, it was fine. It was fine. But Walmart lately has had some pretty good ribeyes, not the bone ends, just a regular old ribeye.
They have a prime one that they do. It's like a prime Angus, and we've bought those before.
I've been highly impressed with those.
Yeah, I've had some good ones. That one was good. I mean, there wasn't a morsel of it left except the bone.
It wasn't like it was cheap either.
No, it was like $50, 48 something, you know. That's $50 with tax all day.
You do get a lot of meat, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much 3 steaks, or it's 3 normal people, enough meat for 3 normal people. I got to probably, I don't know if I could have ate the whole thing. I could have put some damage on it, though.
There was 4 of us eating it.
And it was all gone.
It was all gone.
Yeah.
But
it don't last long with 4 people.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you don't have the salad and you don't have the loaded baked potato and you don't have the rolls or whatever, you know, you can eat a piece of meat like that. Plenty of good protein. Would I do it again on a pellet grill? Absolutely. It's too easy.
Yeah, I agree.
It's too easy. So here's what I did. I took that, I showed the Walmart package. I cut it out of that package and I was like, all right, we're going to trim it up. Well, there wasn't a whole lot to trim. So I did trim a little of that thick fat. Cleaned up the spinalis a little bit because, you know, I just thought it needed it. And that was it. There wasn't anything else to do to it trim-wise.
You did kind of trim the bone a little, turn some of that
meat I got a little bit off
the
bone just to clean it up, make it look pretty. But there's not a lot you have to do. You can run it straight out the package and it'll be fine. When I do a steak like that, and I know I'm cooking it on the pellet grill, and I'm worried about the color of it because I don't know if you've ever cooked a steak, just season it and throw it on a pellet grill. It kind of turns gray. It's going to depend on the rub you put on it and, anything else you put on it to change the color of it because that meat just wants to kind of go a gray, ugly color. And it's not the prettiest steak. Still tastes good. It's just not the prettiest. Well, I was wanting it to look good. So when I thought of a tomahawk, if I'm not going to sear it, I want it to be crusty the best I can. What would help me get my flavor on there, get my color right, and, make it have that crust? So I used a little Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire is great because it does give you some flavor, but it also kind of stains the outside. It gives you that dark look. So you're not going to get that gray looking beef color on it if you put that on there first.
But you do that. You do that with grilling steaks too.
Oh yeah,
you do that with all your steaks.
I do it all the time. We used to do it in steak contests. That's how we got them such good appearance scores. We kept the color right on them, And I learned that to put something on it to help the color. You could use, there's people use. I've used W sauce. I've used Worcestershire. I've used a little soy sauce, just depending on what you want to use. But if it's got a dark color like that, and it's probably, I don't know, what do they add in Worcestershire for color? Is it like the caramel color or something? Whatever it is they're adding is probably what's doing it. What's giving it that dark color. I'm just cheating a little, I guess. But
I've also heard of people using kitchen bouquet.
Yeah. That was
that color.
State contest. People use kitchen bouquet. It's got a darkness to it too. It doesn't taste that good.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it has kind of a bitterness to it. It works good for like giving stews and stuff body, but you got to watch it. A little of it goes a long, long way. So if you use kitchen bouquet, just use a couple drops and rub it around with your fingers.
Do you want to know this? I just Googled it. Worcestershire sauce gets this dark color from several ingredients, most notably molasses.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why it tastes, because it does have a little sweetness to it.
Other factors
molasses is dark.
Yeah, include soy sauce, caramelized sugars.
Is there no caramel color in it then? Or I guess, I don't know. I thought that was the
This is what AI said.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
And then the fermentation process
makes
also
it dark too.
Helps dark.
Whatever it is, it really does change the outside color. And so I did that. I threw on salt, pepper, garlic, just used AP. And then to get my crunch, to get my crust on the outside, I used steak rub. You could use any kind of...
No, you forgot about wham.
Oh, yeah. No, I forgot. I did the wham. And that's one, it's like, I asked you, so do you care if I use wham? Because it's not like we don't sell the product. I'm not a spokesperson for it. I've been using that ever since I learned to grill a steak. That was something you found in the Memphis area all the time. And John Willingham used to even have restaurants. He had some really good barbecue restaurants back in the day. But, man, he is probably one of the most famous pit masters that ever come out of Memphis.
Didn't they say he invented the pellet grill?
He invented that wham cooker. I don't know if he gets credit for the whole pellet grill itself, but he was the first one that I ever seen using one. And you could fact check that, but John Willingham had the pellet grill design way before anybody else. And if you remember back, it was on the Food Network. It was a Memphis and May special years and years ago when Al Roker was a weatherman. He came down, he got into barbecue, and he cooked on a Memphis and May team. Like they made a team and entered it one year.
Yeah, I remember.
Those were the cookers he used, those Willingham wham cookers. And it's like a carousel in there, and you hang the ribs in it, and they go around like a carousel you'd see at a carnival, round and round. Not vertically, just like, I guess that'd be a horizontal plane rotate, and they just rode around in there hanging. And it was always a cool design.
So I just Googled this again. Shell's Learning Corner.
Yeah.
Happening on the fly.
Love it.
John Willingham invented the Wham Turbo Cooker, which was the first pellet fire smoker. So he does get the credit for...
Good. What year? Does it say what year?
No. But the
80s.
original... Did you know this? The original cooker resides in the Smithsonian.
No way. Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I actually, a friend of ours, he's passed away, but he actually had one. I don't know what happened to it.
A Wham?
Yeah, it was out in California. Cooker. Yeah. You still see a few of them around every once in a while. I don't see a whole lot of them, but it's a pretty nostalgic, pellet grill. They weren't cheap. I don't know if he ever mass produced them to sell. I don't know if they're like prototypes or he just made a few of them. I don't really know the history of that, but I know John Willingham maybe, and I may be speaking, I don't know, but I think he is the only person to ever win the Royal and Memphis and May, which I don't know if that's current now. That was
back in the day. I think.
Yeah. Did Gateway people do it, Tim?
I think Tim's done it, and also
I don't know, but anyway, he was the first one to do it that I know of. to win Memphis in May and win the American Royal, and I think win the Jack Daniels too. I'm not positive on that, but he's got more credits to his name. And John's been gone a while now, but he was one of the best. I mean, he's a mentor to a lot of people. But anyway, he's got a seasoning called Wham Season. I got off track, and it's like a Worcestershire powder rub seasoning. It's real dark.
I think that's what Como Steakhouse uses.
Oh, I know it is. It's got to be. It's got to be. How do they get their steaks to taste like that if it's not using Wham? But you can find it. So you can find it in our grocery stores locally. So I guess someone, either he has family that's still selling it or someone bought that, but they still circulate it. I don't know where it's made, but you can still find it. And I bet it's online too if you search. We might need to share a link to it somewhere. But I put that on there first.
It's on Amazon, I checked.
It is.
Yeah.
So once I put my little Worcestershire down and got me a binder going, got the outside a little moist, I seasoned it with that Wham. And you can tell in the video, when I first put Wham on, it just wants to dissolve. And it does that whether you got the Worcestershire on there or not. And I have used it without using the Worcestershire. I just think it's better if you use both. But it gives a really good flavor, really good color. It melts out, and that flavor stays. And then when you top that with a little extra salt, pepper, garlic, and then you put your crunch on it, like with my steak rub, it makes a heck of a good tasting steak, especially like on a big, thick one, like that 3-pound Tomahawk. Like thinner steaks, the seasoning you'd have to back off a little bit because there's less, surface area, density. But that big ribeye is so thick, it's like a roast on a bone. So you need something heavy on the outside to offset just the beefiness of the inside. And that's what I like about a thick steak like that. You can slow cook them, you can nail your doneness, and then you can have all this nice crust and flavor on the outside. And then when you slice it, it's just beefiness in the middle, perfect temperature across the slice with a nice crust and flavor on the outside. And it works. It just works. So that's all I did. I seasoned that steak with the little Worcestershire, with the Wham, with the little AP, and then heavy with the steak rub on the outside, and just let it sit on the board. Fired up the pellet grill. I was 250 at this cook. 250 the whole time, which is pretty low. That's pretty low for a steak for sure. It's really the first part of a reverse sear. But I set the steak on there, and when the grill got up to temp, put me a probe right dead center of the loin, and then just set it for like 120 the first time. And I think it took maybe like an hour. It was about 100, 110, an hour and 20. It was like 120. And then that last 10 minutes, the hour and a half total, it got to 128. And that's as far as I wanted it to go.
So why not set it for 128?
You could. I just like to have a point where I'm going to go check it. You know what I mean?
Like,
let me see that 3/4 of the way done. Make sure I hadn't screwed anything up. Make sure the probing, because if y'all notice in the video, when we show the dot, it's flashing low battery. And so the whole time I'm like, man, I ain't got another battery. How are we going? And I need to swap it out, but I'm hoping I got enough. Oh, I did. It's still going. I don't know how long that thing has to be several years old. I've never changed the battery in it, but it's finally flashing low battery.
I need to put dot batteries on.
I don't know what kind they take. I don't know if I've ever changed one. Is it the little round battery or is it
like a watch battery? I don't know.
I need to open it up and look.
But it's like you set it for 120, and that lets you know, hey, you got to watch it close from now on.
Yeah. And I'm really paying attention to it. And I didn't do nothing, man. I could have basted it or done something. This was kind of experimental. What's it going to be like? And I really didn't know if it's going to crust up like it did. I was pleasantly surprised when I opened it at the first time. I was like, man, this crust looks really good. It's getting some color on it. It's doing everything I wanted it to do. And so I didn't do nothing. I mean, it was real simple. That was the easiest cook you could do to cook a big old tomahawk. Then I took it off. Well, when I took it off, I had a little platter, and you sliced me up. Was it a full?
It was
stick?
A half
stick of butter.
Yeah.
And I seasoned it with some more steak rub. And I like, instead of what I noticed, like when you rest a steak, if you put the butter on top of it, it makes it look ugly. Yeah, you got some good butter melting all over the outside, but are you really doing anything?
It almost washes it off.
Yeah, it almost washes your seasoning off. So what I started doing was I don't care what the bottom side of the steak looks like. I put my butter and pats on bottom, season it, and set my hot steak right off the grill on it and let it rest.
What's the restaurant that's known for like searing in butter?
It's Ruth's Chris.
Ruth's
where
Chris.
It comes out sizzling.
They kind of do that.
Butter. You think they put that butter on in that skillet and then slide it in there and then cook this? Because it's like they cook it like 1,500 degrees in one of those salamander type things.
But their butter's underneath their steak.
It's all underneath.
Yeah,
it doesn't run all over the top. So I've never actually seen a video on how they do it, but it does. That's the best part of their steak because it's just a high heat.
Yeah, that is the best part of their steak. It's just a bland piece of steak.
So if you like butter on steak, and I don't know what person doesn't, this is the way to do it, because it makes your own steak sauce. Because you're going to get some juices that come out of that steak as it's setting, it's inevitable. And then it's mixing with the butter, and it's getting all the flavor that you seasoned it, plus the flavor of the grill that's on the bottom part of that steak. And if you notice, it just makes a big old butter puddle. You got like this little pond of butter.
And meat juices.
Yeah, meat juices. So you got an option there. You can pour it up in a little bowl for dipping, or you can, once you get your steak all cut up, you can drizzle it all over it in your plate. However you want to do it. You can put the steak back in that plate, which would be perfectly acceptable to me. But resting it over that butter is the key.
When you do them at home, you usually put like 2 pats of butter on the plate and then set your
for a normal size one-person steak.
Yeah, and then set your steak on that plate and
that's
serve from that.
Yeah, that's the same plate they get.
So you can run it through.
Run it through it as you eat it. Yeah, it's so good. But if you'll notice, I left my probe in that tomahawk when I set it on the butter in the platter. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to see how far it was going to carry over. And then when it come down, that's when I know I'm ready to eat it. I'm still eating it super hot. It's just carrying over to its maximum temp and then drops back. And I let it drop back 2 degrees. The first one was just kind of, is it really dropping or is it trying to change? So once it dropped 2, I was like, that's it. I'm ready.
So what's the theory behind that?
You're getting maximum carryover, maximum internal temperature. And right at that range, I would say it went to like 33, 133. You're hovering on the edge of medium right there, which, you know, some people beat me up for having my steaks too raw on the TV. So it went over. I mean, I wouldn't say it went over. That's where I like to eat them. I wouldn't wanted it more done. In fact, if I probably would have took it off at like 125 and let it go to 130, it'd have been better for me. And maybe it would have been a little bit better bite, but I didn't want it to be too bloody like everybody says the steaks are when I cut them on camera. So, and this one wasn't at all. It was like, and you could tell, I pretty much just removed the bone on the cutting board, left my butter sauce to the side, and then I just sliced that steak straight down from the spinalis to the end of it, and then just line it back up. And from tip to tip, the doneness of it was just even all the way across, perfect. It was perfectly pink. Wasn't too red, you know. So that's
the good thing about cooking it that way, because you do get that perfect doneness from top to bottom.
Yeah, there's no gray area. There's no hard sear on it. If I was going to sear that steak, I would have stopped it at like 118, let it carry over. When it dropped back down, I like it to drop all the way back to 118 and then sear it. That way it kind of stops you from getting that gray area. It lets that be a little more even. So when you do sear it, you're not going to get that change in color. I think that change comes from just intense high heat for a long period of time. So if you're searing it a real long time, you're really going to get it. But if you're doing a fast sear and you've already got it mostly cooked, it's going to make a nice crust on it. But if you like the crust, that's the way to go. And that's just another step. Could have easily done that, but you would need another grill. It's going to be, on a pellet grill, it's almost impossible to get really, really good sear. I have had some luck, you know, taking out the deflector, putting in some grill grates.
So much.
Yeah, to do it. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, that steak was fine just like it was. It was an excellent steak, had plenty of grill flavor. There was no sear to it, but the crust was just right with the seasonings, and it ate really good.
I didn't miss the sear. It had enough of a crust. It had enough flavor. And you could say it was well seasoned on the outside, but when you're getting a slice and you're just getting a little edge of the seasons on the outside, it balances all that beefy, you know.
I've already thought of my next experiment. I've never done it, but just cook them on the coals, cowboy style. Or caveman style. I've never done it. But what do you think?
But you can't do a big thick steak like that, right?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
You're going to do tomahawk?
Yeah, why not? I'm going to spend another $50 and do another Walmart tomahawk like that.
But you're going to have to.
I think it's going to be the opposite end of the spectrum, but I want to tell you, is it worth it? Is it good? Is it so I know I can cook on pellet grill. I know I can cook on reverse seared.
So are you going to put it in a
I'm going to open my Weber up. I'm going to open my Weber up, fill it up with the biggest lump Royal Oak char pieces I can find, make a hot coal bed, and then use my little blower and get the ash off the best I can. Lay that dude on there.
But then it's going to be rare on the inside.
Well, I'm going to let it cook. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to be turning it. We're going to do it. We're going to try it. It might be a total failure. Wouldn't be the first.
But there's no reverse.
Huh?
There's no reverse. It's all
it's
sear.
Just all coal heat. Yeah.
All coal sear.
All coal heat. The crust on the outside is probably going to be charry. It's probably going to have a little ashy flake. But we're going to brush that off and go with it. Charcoal's good for you. Cleans your system out. That's what they give you if you take poison.
It is, yeah.
I don't know. I've seen people do it, but I've never tried it. Have y'all? Have you, Tyler?
Mm-mm.
Have you watched videos or have you seen people do it?
I haven't. Like, I've seen other steaks, and they use a lot of foil and stuff like that to protect the bark on the outside after, I guess you said it, but...
Yeah, we're going to try it.
See, that's what I was thinking.
I'm still on butter when it comes out. Like maybe I'll have to flip it over after it sets in that. Maybe I need to double butter it.
Butter from top to bottom. Yeah, both.
Top to bottom butter.
I just feel like it's all sear.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to find out. I'm into experimenting. It's definitely going to be like, you're going to have that contrast. You're going to have that dark, that gray area, then your rareness, and then your gray area. There's no way around it because you're cooking on intense heat. I don't know. I've never really checked what those coals burn at, but I imagine it's upwards of 800-900 degrees.
Oh, I would guess like 1200. I don't know.
Especially wide open, wide open. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. I want them to burn down. But see, they ought to burn down. You shouldn't have as much flame, and it should just be hot coals. So we're going to find out.
Is it the flame that's given? Never mind.
It ain't. It's just the heat. The thing might turn into a fireball. I don't know. The fat may just catch on fire once it renders.
I'm in. Let's find out.
Let's try it.
Let's find out.
Let's film it and just put it out there. But it's going to be interesting. We're going to see how it turns out for me.
So this weekend, y'all did a dove hunt.
We did. This was our big dove hunt. I got the hunt opening day and had a pretty good hunt. Man, we got a good video of that coming out. I think it's coming out today on Butt Junkies. Y'all need to check that out if you're interested in hunting at all, because that's a good one. And so what I did, the doves we shot the other day, I kept those. I cleaned them, put them in the fridge, and then we had a big dove hunt last Saturday, and I think we killed the morning hunt. We were, I think, close to 60-something birds or something like that. So with the 25, 30 I had, we had a lot of birds.
So did y'all clean the one y'all killed that day?
Yeah. We cleaned the morning hunts, and then the evening hunts, they went back and shot some more while I was cooking. And we just kind of let people, whoever wanted to take some home that time. But I cooked for everybody. So Friday night we got there, and it was like Friday night pizza night.
I wanted you to talk about that.
The Friday night pizza night was excellent.
With the pyro?
I fired up that Grilla Pie-ro, and instead of making dough, now I haven't mastered that. My buddy Bobby T did send me some. He sells pizza stuff, so he had sauce, and he had his own. He's got his own pizza seasoning. He's got his own pizza crust dough mix. But when I got to looking at it, you got to give yourself like 24 hours to make that stuff. You're supposed to make a good pizza, and I started watching how other people were making them. And everybody says, you make your dough and then you put it in the fridge and it proofs, and it's like, man, that's too much work. I'm trying to cook a 3-minute pizza. I want this to be fast.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend 24 hours. So here's what I did. Mark told me about Bon Sibo, and we've got like a local, I guess it's
a sandwich
shop
and
that does
flatbread
pizzas and does other stuff. Well, they sell their dough balls for their pizzas, and it wasn't very expensive. I don't think it was a couple bucks, maybe $2.50 a dough ball or something like that. And it's a perfect little 8-10 inch, depending on how good you can roll it out. It can be a 10 incher. Mainly they're about 8-9 inches when you get them stretched out.
Was that dough ball smaller than the Aldi dough ball?
Yeah, it was a little bit smaller than the Aldi dough ball.
I think that.
But the crust worked better. But see, when I did the Aldi dough, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to leave that. You're supposed to get it from the fridge and work it. You're not supposed to like leave it sitting out on the counter, because I guess it starts warming up too much. And I had left. The first one did excellent, but the second one I did, it was like it had been sitting out for a couple of hours, and it wouldn't stretch. It didn't tighten back up. And then I had another one in the fridge, and then we did another one with that, and it worked perfect. So that's a trick.
Don't let your dough get too hot.
Don't let the dough get too warm to work it. Make them one at a time and leave it in the fridge. But we pulled them. So I had those dough balls, and I was like, well, what kind of pizzas will we make? Because I wanted people to have their choice to make some stuff.
So it's like make your own pizza night?
Yeah, but you can't have everything. And that's what made it fun, was I had, 10 to 12 people there hanging out, and everybody could make a pizza. And so I made my own little veggie mix. like bell pepper, onion, mushroom, black olive. I had that kind of combined in a bowl.
Okay, so if you wanted the veggie mix, you had to get everything?
Yeah. I didn't have them separate. You had to get the whole. When I worked at Pizza Hut, we made it in a big, like 5-gallon bucket with a lid. You just dump in mushrooms, green pepper, onions, shake it all up, and that was the supreme, the vegetable blend for the supreme pizza.
Unc reminding us he worked at Pizza. Did y'all see that comment?
I did.
Unc.
We should sneak it into every video.
Heck yeah. But so I had the veggie mix. I bought some bulk Italian sausage and I kind of cooked it up in a pan about 70. It was pretty much 80% done. It wasn't all the ways. I knew we was going to fire it on the oven. And so I had some nice pieces of Italian sausage. Of course, I bought some pepperoni.
Bunch of mozzarella.
And
you had tear mozzarella too, right? Shredded
I wanted to be able to do a margarita pizza, so I bought a bunch of basil. And then I had some fresh mozzarella that you could use with the sauce to make a margarita style pizza. And then I wanted to do chicken bacon ranch. And instead of smoking the chicken, I just bought a rotisserie chicken from Sam's. I had to go to Sam's that day, and I hand shredded it, and I cooked up some bacon. And so I had like the spicy ranch seasoning already at the smokehouse.
Yeah. So what'd you use for the ranch?
I took a jar of Rose Alfredo sauce and put a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch in it, stirred that up, and that was the white sauce that went on the chicken bacon ranch.
What'd that taste like?
It was unbelievably good.
Better than like a regular ranch?
Holy crap. This is really good.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you, did you make up ranch?
No. That was the one thing I may have been missing, because here's what we did. I put the ranch in the sauce, in the white sauce, which is just a basic.
But you used just a regular ranch packet, not spicy.
No.
Yeah.
And then I had the shaker spicy. So you had that, you put a little mozzarella on the pizza, and then you put your chicken, and you put your bacon, and then you put more cheese. Well, before you put that top cheese, we sprinkled the top of the pizza with the chicken and the bacon, really good with the spicy ranch, and then put more cheese on top of that, and then seasoned it with Italian Stallion. So you had a little herb stuff going. That was probably my favorite pizza. I think Will made that one. No.
Not bad.
It wasn't like hot. It just had plenty of flavor. You know, it wasn't like you could do a buffalo chicken ranch and add a hot sauce element.
I like that.
And that would be good. That'd be really good. That pizza, I need to do that recipe because that's a good pizza recipe.
You could take chicken thighs and like season them up buffalo-y style.
Yeah, marinate them.
Grill them.
So
do some,
But we made pizza till everybody got tired of it. Well, the great thing about it was everybody was kind of making one, but everybody shared. So these pizzas only take they're 3 minutes. So by the time you would get your dough stretched out, that's probably the longest part of the process.
Did y'all use that Docker I bought you?
I thought it was at the house. I didn't realize you had brought it down there and snuck it in a drawer. And, I still don't know where everything was at the smokehouse. I have to ask you.
You don't know anything.
But if I would have had that and that roller, it would have made it so much easier. Because I'm over here showing them how I did at Pizza Hut, stretching, throwing it in the air. Well, everybody couldn't do that. That takes a little skill. I can't even do it good. But we got them stretched out. We made some of them were artisanal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not perfectly round. So Waylon made one that was just like, dang, how'd you make that one so flat and round with your hands? He did it perfect. And they were
He's
good.
got patience for stuff like that.
Yeah. They were good. They were really good. But that's the hardest part is getting your dough stretched out to where it's flat.
But you said you would throw one in.
We'd throw one in, and while that was cooking, somebody would time it and wait on it, and the next person would go to stretching their dough and getting their other one made. So when it hit the cutting board, we would just cut them up, everybody get a piece, and then we go on to the next one. So you're eating a piece of pizza about every 3 minutes. It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. A pizza party was fun like that. So that's Friday night pizzas. We'll do that again. If you got a bunch of people and you want to try different stuff, I highly recommend that. Highly recommend it. So that was Friday night. Well, it got to where it was supposed to storm really, really bad Saturday morning. We didn't know if we were going to be able to hunt. We didn't know if there was going to be any birds. So some of the guys partaked a little too much. I went to bed, and a couple of us went to bed. We knew we had to get up early because I had people driving in, and I wasn't going to be a bad host. And so we went out. The rain ended up stopping. Tyler, you was with us. You filmed the hunt. Hopefully that video will be out next year. But anyway, we killed some birds, and I came back and decided to start cooking. So I come back. We did breakfast first. It was about 11.
What was breakfast?
I took some homemade deer sausage that we made, and they cooked up some scrambled eggs, and we made tacos.
Oh, okay.
Breakfast tacos.
Did you use the flat top or do it all
No,
inside?
we did it inside. It was just warmed up your tortilla shells and.
Oh, so you didn't crisp them like you
we browned up
sometimes?
Yeah, we didn't make like a fried style, or quesadilla style. It was just a build your own taco kind of breakfast thing. Real simple, but it was good. And right after breakfast, football came on, and I started prepping the stuff I was going to cook for after the next hunt. And so first thing I did was I made I call it cold corn dip. It's a no-cook corn dip. And man, it is really good.
It was good.
Really good. Did you try some? I brought it home. Did you try some of it?
Yeah.
But it was basically 2 cans of Mexican-style corn that you drained. You could use just regular whole kernel. And then 1 can of Rotel drained, 2 cups of cheese, and then you take half
What kind of cheese?
Just shredded.
Okay.
Any kind of. I
shredded.
used a Mexican blend because I was kind of seasoning it with some Grande Gringo. But it's just 2 cups of that cheese, which is just a pack. And then a half a cup of Blue Plate, good old Blue Plate. You got to have some mayonnaise in it, and a half a cup of sour cream. You mix that up, and then you chop up some about 6 or 7 green onions and some cilantro. Season it. That's it.
What'd you season?
Just Grande Gringo. Threw it in the refrigerator. Oh, I did top it with a little parm just to do it.
Because you didn't have cojita.
Yeah, because I didn't have cojita. But yeah, we did that, and you serve that with Frito scoops. And then, do you remember the Dirty Bird bites?
I used to make? We talked about them like a week or two ago.
Well, so I bought a big pack. I didn't know if we were going to kill any birds, and I wanted to have something to eat. So I was like, well, I'll make some of my Dirty Bird bites. Kind of goes with, dove hunt or whatever.
Football.
And it's basically just chunks of chicken wrapped in bacon and
What
pickles.
chicken did you use?
I bought a family pack of chicken breasts. I cut them long ways right down the middle, and then I come back and chunk those up. So it's a nice big chunk. And then I marinated those. And normally I just marinate them in hot sauce. But I had a bottle of the Buffalo Wild Wings spicy garlic in the pantry.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. So I mixed that with some hot sauce, with some extra cayenne, and with some extra red pepper flakes. So it was kind of spicy. It had a good spicy marinade. Put all those chunks in there, covered them up, mixed them up real good in the bag, set them in the refrigerator, and let those dudes hang out for probably 3 or 4 hours till later that afternoon. Then I took them out, and I bought a tub of the Grillio's dill pickle slices. Yeah, drain those.
The thick ones?
Yeah, the thick. No, not the super.
Not the thickles.
Thickles. Yeah, just the regular. But they're still
pretty thick. Yeah.
Yeah, they had them at Kroger, just like a tub. And I drained that, and
those are good pickles.
I would take a chunk of that chicken, and I got a pound of bacon, and I cut those thin bacon and cut it right in half. So you need about half a strip of bacon. And I'd take the chunk, and I'd put me a pickle on it, and I'd wrap the bacon around it and put it on a soaked wooden skewer. And I could get about 4 or 5 chunks on one skewer. And so I did all of those and stuck them out on the pellet grill.
Did you season the bacon?
I can't remember if I did or not. I don't think so, because it kind of got all that wing sauce and stuff all over it. So it had its own color. So these were more like a buffalo style Dirty Bird bite, and instead of just a regular hot sauce one. If I thought about it, I would have poured that Grillio's pickle juice in that wing. I didn't think about that till just then. That'd have been good though, because it'd have thinned it down a little bit, and it probably wouldn't have been as buffalo-y. But it was really good. Those went fast.
Yeah,
when the guys come in from the field, that was the first thing they attacked. And,
did they like them?
Oh yeah, there wasn't. When you got there was none left.
Mm-mm.
Like I didn't even get one because also.
Did you have like a ranch to dip it in?
No, I didn't have nothing.
Oh
no, here's what I did though. So Barbecue Bobby T sent me some of his sauce too, and he's got a wing sauce. He says it's a wing sauce. It's kind of a combination barbecue sauce meets a wing sauce because it's sweet, but it also, you could taste a little bit of like hot sauce and butter in it. So it's really great on wings. And so I cooked those things till they were about 150 internal. And then I pulled them off, put them on a sheet pan, and just glazed them and brushed them with that sauce, and then set them back on the grill and let that tack up. And so they had a real pretty color to them too, with the bacon and everything.
Get a picture?
I wouldn't take a picture of that. I should have. My camera guys were out. Tyler had to go home, and Todd was out in the field filming.
Yeah.
So I didn't get any good ones there. I should have, and maybe he did.
Still, that's a good recipe.
Oh yeah, no, that's a really good. It's a really good bite. That's a tailgate food, hunt camp food, whatever you want. That's a party food. those work and they'll go fast. And they'd probably be even better with thighs, boneless, skinless thighs. I just did the chicken breast because that's how I did the other recipe. But I would like to try it with thighs. So I did that one, and then I went by Frankie's, the local butcher shop here in Hernando called Primo's, and he had some bacon-wrapped, boudin stuffed pork tenderloin, the little ones, not the big, not the big loin,
the pork.
tenderloin.
So, okay, tell me that boudin stuff, bacon wrap,
tenderloin. Yeah, he had them vacuum sealed. I guess he's got them all the time in the meat case. And he had two. I think he had one of them was like boudin and one of them may have been cheese stuffed or something. But I got the boudin, so I like boudin. And I seasoned those with Grande Gringo on the outside and just cooked it alongside.
Why Grande Gringo?
I don't know. Austin Dykers was there, and he said, "Man, I put Gringo on everything." I said, "All right, we're gonna run it on this bacon. I ain't never had it on bacon." It just gave it some color.
I figured you'd go King Crawl.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, that'd have been good too. I didn't think about that with boudin. Probably would have been better. But I put that on there, stuck a thermometer in it, and ran it up to like 145. I think I was worried about I wanted the boudin to be. I mean, it's cooked, so you really just need to get it to 140 to eat. So I knew
the pork's good at 140.
140, so it was fine. The bacon was just right. Sliced that into little medallions.
On the pellet grill?
Yeah, I glazed it with just barbecue sauce when it got done. There was nothing to it. Just brushed some sauce over it. So you kind of had one that was like a wing sauce element on the chicken and one that was like a barbecue sauce. But the star of the show was the dove. So we did, like we always marinate the dove for several hours in like a Worcestershire, soy, vinaigrette kind of, oil.
But you take them off the bone.
Well, Mikey marinated them first on the bone. And then the way I like to cook them, I want them to lay flat because I hate an overcooked dove breast. I want it to be medium rare to medium at the most. And they're so small, it don't take long to get them there, especially if you take them off the bone. It's just a quick sear, flip, sear.
Little nugget almost.
Yeah, it's like a little dove nugget, about the size of your thumb. And so me and Waylon sat down and sliced deboned all those dove breasts, threw them back at the marinade, and then we took skewers and soaked those, and we threaded the dove breast on the skewers to where they would lay flat. You kind of had a top side to bottom side. So what I did was I got my Primo ripping hot, filled it up with lump coal, threw a couple tumbleweeds in there. I wasn't worried about the temperature because the lid wasn't going down. I was just letting it roll. And I took a little pan and put 2 sticks of butter in it, a bunch of garlic, and then some Worcestershire sauce. And I set that over the fire just long enough for the butter to start melting. Then I moved it to the side, and I had me this little basting sauce going on. It was Worcestershire butter and garlic. And then I took those, and I did about 5 at a time so I didn't get too.
5 skewers?
Yeah, 5 skewers.
Dang, how many skewers did you have?
Oh, a bunch. A whole sheet pig.
When I got there that night, it was like 1 skewer left.
Yeah, I saved you one because I knew he was coming. But I took about 5 or 6 at a time, and I had my open fire going, and I laid them down. I shut the lid, set a timer for 1 minute, raised the lid, flipped each one, brushed it with that Worcestershire butter garlic, closed it because it starts flaming immediately. All that butter is dripping down. That's what you want. But you can't you'll burn them up if you leave the lid off on them.
You just get 1 minute.
Yeah, you get 1 minute. And then you close it for 1 minute, and then you flip them real fast and brush them again, and 1 more minute. So this is a total of 3 minutes. And then you take them off. And those dudes will melt. You wouldn't know it was dove. You would think it was just little bites of the best steak you've ever had.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, I mean, it takes...
And tender. So tender.
Melts in your mouth. The sauce, the buttery sauce cooks on them, and it's got all the marinade flavors. Oh, I did season them with a little bit of prime beef as they were cooking. Like before, I would just sprinkle it and then flip them, and after I buttered, sprinkle it.
Did you say what y'all marinated them in?
It was like Worcestershire, soy,
just a typical
olive oil.
Wild Game.
Yeah, just something Mikey threw together.
Yeah.
Who did video that? That'll probably be on Butt Junkies. And there's one of the little videos will show me cooking those on that dove hunt video that's coming out today or yesterday. Should be on the Butt Junkie YouTube channel. But that'll be there.
So you also served, when I got there, you were like, you got to try the dove and you got to.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I tried the dove, but then y'all put the sauce on it and I tried it and it was so good.
When you think of dove or deer, what do you always get?
Most people just do poppers.
So that's what I think of too. Well, when you do a popper, especially with something like a dove, it's so easy to overcook the meat, to get the pepper tender enough to bite through, cheese heated up, and get the bacon cooked. If you cook all those things right, the dove's going to be so overcooked that's where people give wild game a bad rap.
And it's not just wild game. You can do it with steak.
Yeah, to overcook steak.
Yeah,
it'll
overcook the same thing.
Yeah, you have to watch it. So what I did, I one of the guys from Ducks Unlimited taught it to me. I went and did some videos with them for their channel, and he was like, "Man, have you ever had this? You think of duck, everything's a duck popper." He said, "I do a deconstructed duck popper to where I cook my duck, I marinate my duck breast and cook it to get it perfect the way I want it, and then I make a sauce out of the ingredients from the popper. So it's basically a cream cheese based sauce. You saute up, you cook your bacon first, you chop it up and cook it, get some fat rendered, and then you pour off most of the grease, but leave you a tablespoon or so to saute the jalapeno in. You chop up your jalapeno, take the seeds out so it's not too hot, throw those in there and get those softened up, cook them. When it's about to make your eyes water and sneeze, they're probably done. You're not cooking them. You're not trying to caramelize them. But then you throw a block of cream cheese in there, hit it with a splash of heavy cream, and you start stirring it, and it'll turn into a sauce. And you might have to do a couple splashes of the heavy cream to get it to the right consistency. Seasoned it with Euro Hero, because it has kind of like that spicy Greek flavor to it. Little jalapeno in it fortifies it. And then throw the bacon back in at the end, all that chopped bacon. And I cook like 8, 9, 10 pieces, a 12-ounce pack pretty much.
I didn't even notice there was bacon.
Yeah, because I chopped it up. So you get the elements of the bacon. It's got a little of the bacon grease from sauteing the jalapenos. It's got the cream cheese, all those elements. And then as you get a skewer of these little dove breasts, you can either pull them off individually and dunk them, or you can drizzle that over your skewer. And it's just like eating the flavors of a popper. But the dove is cooked perfect. The popper, every bit of the flavor for the popper's in there, but you're not eating like a whole jalapeno. The bacon's cooked good. It's just a dynamite sauce.
It's a great way to do that.
You can do that sauce with anything, too. It'd go with chicken. It'd go with beef.
I'd dip a wing in it or something.
It'd go with the wing.
It'd probably be too big,
wings,
yeah.
Popping chicken wings. That would be good to dip a wing in. Serve over wings.
That was a lot of cooking you did Saturday.
I did a lot. Yeah, I did a lot. Did you see... I got some wine for you to try. Our friends from Velvet Buck reached out. And they've got a new wine. They've been making wine out in California, but they wanted to know if we ever want somebody to come on and talk about pairing wine with barbecue, they'd be glad to come on the podcast.
We've had a lot of people ask that question. Yeah, what wine? I don't know.
What kind do you like to drink? I drink a red with red meat, and I drink a white with fish and chicken.
Black box. Friends A.
No.
What's that?
My favorite Stag's Leap. That's Stag's Leap's Cab is my go-to wine.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah, they have another one. What's it? Artemis that's pretty good, but their Cab is delicious. You can find it. It's usually a little pricey, but it's worth it. That's my favorite wine. But I'm excited to say I haven't even tried this Velvet Buck. I'm probably gonna do a recipe with it, but I wanted to show it. Look at the label; it's pretty cool.
I do like the label. It's a cool looking bottle.
Deer skull on it.
What kind is that? Is it like a Merlot, a Cab?
It's a red blend, a 23 red blend. Made
like I know.
The Central Coast of California. Yeah, it's red when you pour it out.
I've been to so many
pour some in that cup and try it. I got a wine over here.
I've been to so many of those wine tastings with girlfriends, over the years.
Get the hints of this
and they'll teach you about wine. I completely forget about it the next day. Yeah. I have no idea.
Does it do what it's supposed to do? The How to Barbecue Right podcast is brought to you by our friends at Primo Grills. Shell, did you know that Primo is the only ceramic grill made right here in the good old USA?
What? Are you telling me that Primo Grills are proudly crafted here in the USA, ensuring top-notch quality and support for local craftsmanship?
I sure am. Plus, Primo Grill not only delivers mouth-watering flavor, but because of their innovative oval design and superior ceramic construction, Primo Grills also gives you a ton of cooking versatility.
Whether you're smoking low and slow or searing a steak to perfection, Primo Grills gives you the consistent heat distribution for mouth-watering results every time.
What she said, y'all. Y'all visit PrimoGrill.com and check them out.
So how'd you do in our Pick'em League this week?
I didn't do too good. I didn't say I was good at picking. Let's see if you can beat me. If you can beat me, you're probably, just a little bit better than average. I think I got 7 points. out of, what was the possible, 16?
16.
So that's not even 50%. I'm number 58, I believe. Number 58. I picked the Vikings, right? How about that?
Oh, you're 58. I'm 33rd.
What? No way. Are you really? I'll get you.
I'm in 85th, so
85th.
Yeah. Who's in first? Let's give him a shout out.
DKH99 Red.
All right. Is it a tie or is it solo first? With how many crew?
No, there's a couple ties. Live Action second. Jim's Dog is third, and it's kind of a three-way tie.
That's why I like the little thing they do at the end where you got to pick the high score and you got to pick the low score or whatever. It gives it kind of, and then you kick a total for a game. That separates in case there's ties. But did they get 11? Was that right?
Yeah, 11.
They got 4 more than I did.
I think I got 8 or something. Meat Sweats is number 4. I just like that name. That's a good team name.
Who do you like this week? You gonna pick the Cowboys over the Giants?
I already put my picks in.
Well, you don't have to tell them all of them. I would say stick with the Vikings.
I did pick
stick
the
with
Cowboys.
The Vikings. Take the Cowboys. Thursday night. Don't forget, you got to get this in before Thursday because there's Thursday night games. This week, I think it's the Packers and the Redskins. I'm probably going to take the Skins. Heck with the Pack. No, they're all right. I'm not mad at them.
I did
Michael Parsons, man. And he was on like limited snap count, and he was just dominant last week.
You won your fantasy league.
I won both. Of my fantasy leagues. The two I'm in, the HowToBBQRight League and my buddy league.
You ended up catching up last week?
Yeah, I was not projected to win it, but I caught up and got him. So I'm happy about that.
So I was just we're going to a football game this weekend.
Yes.
And I just happened to get like a notification of like things you need to know before you go to the stadium.
What are some? So we're going to the Ole Miss game. So if everybody's in Oxford, y'all say hello because we'll be there.
And we kind of already know everything, but I just always click on them and see if there's any new information. Anyway, they have their concession map.
Yeah.
And I just happened to notice they had a Duke's, which we don't really dig on Duke's, but they have a Duke's place where you can get white sauce chicken nachos.
No, are you going to go get some just for that?
I'm not eating Duke's. I can't do that. Blue plate all the way. Yeah. No, but I thought that was a great idea. Have you ever done a white sauce chicken nacho?
No, but
that's a good idea, isn't
write
it?
That down. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I'm sure they're using just plain old chicken, but I was thinking, what if you buffaloed it and had buffalo chicken white sauce nachos?
Would you eat it? Oh.
And I want cilantro and green onions and all that stuff on top.
I got an idea. Yeah, I can do that. That's a great idea. That's a good one. Yeah. Look at you looking at the concession, man. What else do they have? They got Circle and Square beer there.
Yeah.
You get the full ride at the stadium. Vaught Hemingway.
It's pretty good
beer.
So
they're playing Arkansas this week. The line, I think it's like a touchdown, maybe 7.5 points. Ole Miss is favored. What's your prediction? You feeling the Rebels are going to do it, or you think the Hogs are going to call them?
In my college pick'em league, I went with the Rebels.
You did. Oh, that hurts, don't it? Well, I'm gonna say this. Congratulations, Shell, and congratulations go out to the Mississippi State Bulldogs. That was a fantastic game. I high-fived you at the end of it last Saturday night. I was on the edge of my seat. I thought they were going to like blow them out, and then they let them come back, and then I thought they were going to lose it because in true Mississippi State fashion.
Yep.
But what did they do? He threw the touchdown at the end, and the crowd
exciting.
Went crazy. And one of our good friends, the commissioner of my other football league, your college roommate's husband, son. This makes you feel old. Yes. Made the TV. Made the broadcast.
Well, he's a freshman there.
Yeah, he's a freshman at State.
My college roommate's kid.
He was the ring bearer in our wedding. We saw him on TV, and he'll remember that the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Man, if y'all didn't watch that one. If y'all did, imagine how – you don't understand how loud it really is there with all those cowbells ringing.
Let me say this. For the past couple years, it is hard to watch a Mississippi State game. When you're a fan and to just watch them just fumble and fail, and it's miserable. You've been to the bottom. If you've ever had a team that you love that struggles and sucks, it's hard to watch those games.
Now how do you
feel? No more.
We back?
We back.
All right. Well, it's going to make the Egg Bowl very interesting at the end of the season.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, so we're gonna I mean, I think Ole Miss is going to win. I think it's going to be a 3-touchdown game this week.
So last week you talked about the Wildcat sandwich. You were like, I had this idea.
Oh, this one's easy.
Well, Big O's in the community, he said that he heard you talking about that Wildcat sandwich, and it sounded similar to, he does something, it's called a Bacon Jam Brisket Melt. He takes brisket, bacon jam, provolone cheese, and uses a smear of horseradish sauce and kind of like.
On some beef? Or
brisket.
Brisket? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's.
And he showed a picture of it. It looks so good.
Yeah, that's got to be good. That's got to be good.
And I wanted to.
So what comes to your mind if you had to make something for a tailgate where the opponent is the University of Arkansas Razorbacks?
I feel like that was a gimme. Ribs.
Whole
hog.
Hog wild ribs. Yeah.
Any sort of pig.
Razorback sliders.
Yeah.
That was too
Pulled
easy.
pork.
Yeah, that was too easy. Well, I don't know who they're playing next. We'll have to look.
I imagine there'll be several whole pigs being cooked in the Grove this weekend.
Yep.
Did you know
the Dirty Bird wings would work for the Vikings opponent this week? I'm sorry, I just throw that out there. Falcons of the Dirty Birds.
I'm used to you interrupting me. It's okay. Did you know that Blue Plate has a barbecue sauce?
No, but I saw that in the community, and it reminded me of. Do you remember when you first met me and I was doing chicken at like Springfest or these other ancillary events at the Memphis MA style contest? And I would go to Tops Barbecue because they would sell their sauce, and I thought it was great.
And it was in that style container.
It was in the gallon, same, and it was a blue and yellow label. I can't remember the name of it wasn't Blue Plate, but it was a barbecue sauce concentrate. And when you bought it, they would sell it to me. It would come in a gallon, and it would be about half to 2/3 full of a powder. And the directions were to add water to it.
Oh, so it was powder.
Yeah, it was like a concentrate. And you could thin it down or make it however you wanted to. And I can't remember if you had to it had directions on it. And they quit doing that. I don't know if they still sell it, but it looked just like that. And I'm wondering, I want to try that sauce to see if it tastes like Tops sauce. Because Tops has a unique sauce. It's not really a sweet sauce. I would say it's more of a mustard base. It's kind of orangey looking, but it almost has like a mustard base to it. But it was really, really good on chicken. That's why I liked it, and I would do it on boneless, skinless thighs. And it was really good. And I hadn't bought that in a long time. And Tops is still around in our area. In fact, I saw Hunter just got some new food trucks for them. You're going to see Tops food trucks out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they look really good.
They have a killer sandwich. I mean, their barbecue is pretty good, but their cheeseburgers are awesome.
Phenomenal. Tops is just like an old institutional Memphis style pulled pork. It's chopped. You can get it chopped, pulled, crunchy, however you want it.
Blue Plate barbecue sauce concentrated 1 gallon jar on Amazon. I can have it to you.
Get it. Bring that in. We're trying that. Why does it say sauce concentrate? Can you see? I need to research that.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that a little bit more.
But anyway, it was pretty good. I'm going to see if it's the same. If it is, I done hit a jackpot. Old school sauce.
So,
$37?
Let me see.
How much is a gallon of Blue Plate barbecue sauce on Amazon?
Oh, it says 2 units for $29.
Oh, that's practically.
Oh, I can buy one for $14.99.
Get it. Gallon
free
of
shipping. What? $15 for a gallon?
Yeah, get that. Ring that up. Send that to the house.
I'm gonna put it in the basket with the dot batteries.
Yeah, there you go.
The instructions here says this is a concentrate. Add 1 pound dark brown sugar and half gallon hot water to 1 gallon of Blue Plate barbecue sauce.
There you go. And that's how much water?
That's
half gallon water?
Half gallon.
So you're getting 1.5 gallons of sauce. Huh, that's interesting.
So is it liquid?
Yeah. It's going to be the base.
Okay.
So it's going to be the vinegar and the seasonings and all that stuff. And maybe that's why I always thought it wasn't a sweet sauce, because I never added brown sugar. I just ran it with water. So that would make more of a vinegar sauce, but it'd probably make a pretty good mop. Like if you want to make a hog mop, just double the water, thin it down a little, or add a little oil to it. I bet you'd make a really good mop, like a barbecue vinaigrette almost.
And you could add more heat or more vinegar or whatever.
We're going to try it. We'll see what it's like.
So Sunday, we were tired of cooking, or you were tired of cooking, so we went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
We did, because I told Michael after we dove hunted and all that, it's like, you want to go to watch NFL games at Buffalo Wild Wings, our favorite wing joint. He was like, he's down.
It's like our family restaurant.
Yeah. Buffalo Wild Wings. I love Buffalo Wild Wings, man.
So this is my question. Who has the best restaurant wings, like chain? I'm sure there's some local joints that have really good wings, but I'm talking chain.
To me, it ain't just about how good the wing is. It's about the experience at the place. And like when I go in Buffalo Wild Wings, I don't stop at the little hostess stand where it says, please wait to be seated. I go straight for the bar area because there's high tops in there, and those are not assigned seats. They're help yourself. At every Buffalo Wild Wings I've been to, now I guess it depends on the event. If they're doing something special, they might use those. But most of the time, anybody's welcome to go. So you can just skip all the people that don't know what they're doing or the families up there. Just go on for the bar. And we take our son in there. There's kids in there. It ain't like it's not a family establishment. It's the same place. Usually a wall divides it, a low wall.
You can't sit at the actual bar.
No. We don't.
But you can sit at the high tops.
Sit at the high tops. That's where you got all the TVs. Every game you could possibly think of is on. The servers are usually on point. It's close to the bar, so you don't have to wait too long for a beer. It's pretty close to the kitchen, usually running the food out. So we just get good service in there. This is just the Southaven branch. I don't know if it's like it to all of them. In fact, the best one I've ever been in, man, what town were we in? It was Starkville.
Starkville was
one
really
in
good?
Starkville was awesome.
The one we had in Omaha, Nebraska was really good.
Yeah.
The one we had in the middle.
We're just
Buffalo
Wild Wings. If it's good enough for Jason Kelsey, it's good enough for me. Let's go sports bar.
So this is a good question. I want to know, like, what do you think, Tyler? What is your best chain restaurant wing?
I feel like that's a really hard question.
It is.
Hooters is good.
This is going to sound really crazy. I don't know if y'all have had them, but I don't know if they're the best, but they really surprised me how good the kookaburra wings at Outback Steakhouse were.
I don't know.
Is that like an appetizer?
Yeah. It's like an appetizer. You can get it. Comes with blue cheese, ranch, all the stuff.
I don't know if I've.
Well, see, I want to. These are the things I want. I want these votes so I can.
Yeah. Go try
research.
Well, I'll tell you what. Huey's has a good wing in the Memphis area, but it's different. It's not like a traditional wing. I don't know if it's the seasoning they put on it or the grease they toss it in. It's almost like Nashville hot without the hot stuff. You know how it's grease-based wing that's kind of red? That's what theirs looks like. And
they're fried?
Yeah, they're fried. I mean, don't give me an oven-baked wing. I would never put an oven-baked wing up there. It's one thing if you do a smoked wing, but I don't consider those hot wings. Like Central Barbecue, their wings are excellent. They're dry. They're traditional. Traditional dry rub.
But I think they smoke them, then they flash.
They may do that, but they don't call them hot wings. I don't believe. They're just smoked wings, and that's different. What I'm thinking pub style buffalo wings. They could be whatever sauce, because all these places have multiple sauces they do them in.
So I asked ChatGPT.
To give you?
I was like, I want you to look at all the polls, customer polls, expert polls, whatever, and kind of give me a rundown of what the crowd pleaser, Wingstop is number one in pretty much all the polls and votes that they've ever done.
That's Rick Ross, the boss's wing.
And Hooters is usually second.
Yeah. I mean, Hooters got some mighty fine ones. Yeah, they do. I didn't have Tyler back me up on that.
You needed him to say that.
Say what I was thinking.
Also, Slim Chickens comes in there.
I beg to differ on that. I've had theirs.
Buffalo Wild Wings is often picked as the best boneless.
Yeah, I usually don't get the boneless.
Yeah.
I'm a bone-in guy.
And also, one thing Buffalo Wild Wings is picked for the best experience.
Yeah.
Best sports bar wing experience.
Do you remember the first one you ever went in? I do. I was in actually South Bend, Indiana, going to a Notre Dame game, and it was actually called Buffalo Wild BW3s, Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck. That before they rebranded, that was the first time, and I thought that they weren't in the South then. I've had a buddy that was in college at Notre Dame, and we went up to go to a ball game one weekend. He's like, "Man, you got to come to this place. We hang out here all the time." And he took me, and I was like, "This is awesome." Because I've been to Hooters, that's what we had, but it wasn't, and Hooters is cool, but it wasn't. Buffalo Wild Wings kind of blew me away.
One thing that's really crazy is Popeyes kept popping up.
I've never had their wing. I mean, I've had their chicken wing, like fried chicken wings.
Yeah.
Hot wings.
They added bone-in wings last year.
Yeah.
And they'll do them dry rub or they'll do them sauce. So, but a lot of people seem to really like Popeye's hot wings.
It's really hard to say what is my favorite. Buffalo Wild Wings is probably my favorite one. But man, Mr. P's used to be good. Crumpy's is good.
See, those are locals.
We've got so many local chains like that. It's like a Memphis style wing. They do the hot honey gold. Man, those are so hard to beat. And Buffalo Wild Wings just don't do Memphis hot honey gold. But the hot honey gold's a dang good wing.
That's a Memphis thing, yeah. But anyway, so now we're going to go to Outback.
Yeah, I got to go try those.
What was that called again?
Kookaburra.
Are they like buffalo-y? Are they sweet? Or are they spicy?
I think that you can get them dry rubbed or sauced. Just depends on what.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you a sauced or are you a dry? How do you like?
I like them both. Depends on my mood.
I had one the first time I ever had it at Buffalo Wild Wings this week because I usually have a standing order that I get. Usually I'm like half spicy garlic, half Asian zing. This time I tried the lemon pepper sauce, not the lemon pepper dry. The lemon pepper sauce wing was excellent.
It was pretty good. And I don't even like it.
It was like a buttery sauce with the right amount of lemon pepper. It wasn't too heavy. And I think if you had took that and then shook some of their buffalo dry over it, like asked for some dry seasoning on the side, put them over that, you got an excellent wing.
That's a little tip. I see a lot of people do, and they will get some sort of
base sauce.
Yeah, base sauce, and then get a little seasoning on the side.
And because they're not going to toss it like that the right way for you. They're either going to put too much or not enough or whatever. You ask for it on the side, you can do it yourself.
They have a buffalo dry seasoning. That's the one
I usually get, but I like the desert heat though, because it has a little bit of chipotle flavor to it.
I'm not crazy about chipotle.
It's good. Like you get their jam and jalapeno and some of that desert heat on the side. That's a good wing.
I do like that jam and jalapeno. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So good.
So we got some wing research to do.
Got some wing research to do. We can just go eat some more if you want to. I'm down.
Really, Mac? That's all I have for you today.
Well, y'all get your picks in. Tyler, is there anything else going on in the community? We didn't even get to much community questions. We'll do that next week.
Super important. Make sure you're voting against the spread. Because we had some people that thought that they should just get a point because the game won.
No.
It goes based off of voting.
No, this is total spread. Yeah, that's what makes it hard. If it was just picking winners, you just go through there and pick the favorite. No, it's against the spread. And don't forget to do your totals down at the bottom and, high, low, and the
tiebreakers.
Yeah, tiebreakers.
There's a couple tiebreakers.
You have up to 5 minutes before each game starts, so obviously at least get tonight's or Thursday night's games in.
You missed that
this weekend. Yeah, you missed
it.
But other than that, we always get our questions from the community, so make sure y'all check out facebook.com/H2Q community. Hang out with us there all weekend long. I know I'll be commenting, maybe sharing some stuff I'm cooking this weekend. So
I jumped in there and commented on some stuff.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Gold star.
So you said some people were thinking they should get points just for picking the winner.
Yeah, like I guess.
Were you handling customer service issues this week?
I'm not trying to. But people
no control over that.
Last week we said to direct message me and people took advantage of that for sure this week. Which great. I'm glad. Like for sure. Send me all the questions, but sometimes the answer.
There's no bad question if you don't know.
Not be a great answer. It might just be
probably not going to go in your favor if it's got anything to do with this pick 'em because we have no control.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's Yahoo's running that, and good luck with their customer service. If I complain about, I have to complain to the commissioner in my football league. I think in the football leagues you can actually go in and change stuff.
Yeah, tweak.
This one's.
It's pretty much set what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good deal, Michelle. Well, they can find us.
If you'd like to connect with Malcom, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and of course YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell on Instagram and TikTok.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us here today. How to Barbecue Right, the podcast, and tune in next week. We'll do it again. We gone.